Inside China right now, and even in some of the press in the U.S., much of the conversation around Huawei and some of these technology companies, it's starting to move in a direction that's suggestive that effectively the U.S. government really, it's not about security per se anymore. It's really just about dominance on the U.S. side. And I'm curious how much of that, I mean, I assume that permeated a long time ago inside China, but what the reaction in China has been to some of those U.S. reports, because that is new.
Yeah. No, there is this feeling that what the U.S. is trying to do is to go after China more broadly. That this is a political decision, and that this is a greater effort on the part of the U.S. I mean, and even I thought it was interesting when President Trump had issued his executive order on on AI. So overnight, from our perspective, we had President Trump signing the executive order that was to ensure that the U.S. plays a dominant role in artificial intelligence. Here within Chinese circles, if for people who are in the tech industry, they saw it as something that makes sense from the U.S.'s perspective, since both countries are doing very well in it. But on the other hand, there were a lot of questions that I got saying, well, isn't this made in China 2025 in the U.S. version? This is becoming more of a battle between the U.S. and China over technology, that the conversation is becoming a broader conversation than than the original one. So that's kind of the feeling that you got. So I think it is similar to how you guys are feeling.
But does that change then the dynamic with which these negotiations even take place? Because at one point, if you were being accused of IP theft and security issues, and all of a sudden it becomes clear, if it is, that effectively this is more of a political view, I would imagine that would actually harden positions.
Yeah. No, I think that that's a conversation that I was just having today, actually, that there is a concern that, especially what this all means for U.S. companies in the tech sector in particular, because from the Chinese perspective, what you're seeing is, on the one hand, the Chinese are feeling like, they're being told that they need to be more market-oriented, they need to be more fair, they have to be more open. And then on the other hand, they feel like they're getting, hammered, and that they're not actually, that the U.S. is being hypocritical in that way. So there is a sense that there could be a hardening of positions, and that U.S. companies could, especially tech companies, could be caught in the middle if say, for example, the U.S. decides to put more restrictions or something on U.S. companies doing business here. Or there's just right now there's a lot of fear about how all this is going to play itself out.